Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. In this video I have gone through it multiple times on other videos as well. This one is a Vauxhall Astra 1.7 diesel, whether it's a 2-litre diesel, you know, it doesn't matter. This is the sign we are getting. We're also getting another sign that says DPF full. It's not coming up right now, but here is the image. And on the diagnostic, obviously it's come up with EGR. Okay, oh, there it is. As you can see, it says it now. So that's the fault. Obviously, it may go into lit mode, it may not, depending on, but most likely it will do. It's coming back as the EGR and the DPF. So we're going to start off with the, obviously, DPF. We're going to clean it out thoroughly. And I will show you how to do it step by step, okay? Not bothered about that. We shall just reset that anyway. Equip hot function. Oh, what did I do there? Let's just, I'm not bothered about these. Oil reset. We shall do the oil reset anyway. Just eliminate. Okay, let's do that one. I'm not bothered. I'm just trying to eliminate it really. So turn the ignition off. Turn it on. Okay. Okay, that's done. But I'm just going to go through it how you can clean this DPF yourself. But you've got to be careful. You're going to have the engine running, and you're going to have some equipment that I would probably recommend you have, because it's quite ideal and it does make life far easier. So that's done. So let's turn it on. I'm not bothered about that, like I said. I'm just interested in the other faults, and we shall go. I mean, if I do an erase, right, it will erase most likely, but it'll come back. It's an intermittent fault. Now, another thing as well, sometimes a lot of people have trouble with is like it won't erase. No matter how hard you try, it will still come back. Okay, and what you can do to reset it is turn the ignition off, turn it on at that point, okay, and then you can just put DPF reset. This is obviously after you've done the clean that I'm going to show you in a sec, but I'm just doing it anyway. And you can also do a DPF standstill regen, but that'll probably put a bit of pressure on the engine, and you'll have to, you know, do an oil change as well. But I'm just going to do it the way that I would recommend for now. So I've taken the engine cover off and whatnot. I've given it a quick clean just so it's not so much oily. Obviously the sensor, this is the 1.7 diesel if I'm not mistaken. This is the sensor we're going to go into, that one there, this one here. That's obviously linked to that there. As you can see, I've taken it off just on the side of the engine. Okay, this is what you need. Okay, socket 22mm, Amazon 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 quid, whatever it is, but that's the sort of figure. It needs a ratchet like this. I've got a long one. I don't think I'll be using this long one. I'll have to use a smaller one. It depends. Sometimes it gets so stuck and so hot, and it'll be stuck to the DPF quite badly that you need a long one. Quite a tough power. If not, small one should do. So quite a tough one. I've used that, and I've used that. It's small, quite hard, but should be able to get your hands on it, as you can see. There you go. It does it. In a faffy place anyway. There we go. Just make sure you don't damage the sensors, because they're not cheap, I'll be honest. Oh, there you are. Pop that there for the time being. And then let's get our hose, hot water. I will be using some TFR traffic, so I'll be using some of that. Pop it in. I've got a hose and a funnel as well. This is my hose, my funnel. This is where I'm going to be adding the TFR. Okay, that head needs to go into the DPF. This is my TFR. Okay, it is strong. I do recommend having the engine running. I'm just doing this as a demonstration. So that should pour in like that. Now let's go back, and also be careful of the what you pour in there, because it will flow back out because it's quite strong. Okay, as you can see. But it's chucking it out like that. So I've built this in a way where if I do that and pour it in, it will go right through all the way down. Okay. Just going to leave that there. I'm going to move out of the way because it's going to piss it right out. There you go. Obviously that's not working. I've got that running, as you can see, and it's flowing in there into the DPF there. This is why we say have it running, is because that's the table it'll flow back in and it's going to cause mechanical failures. That's it there. So DPF's so full. We'll soon see the result. Here we are, we've started to see signs, so hopefully we should cure it. So I've got him to just put his foot down a little bit. As you can see, any pressure it will bounce back out and come out. Okay, and then see, we're still waiting for some bubbles to come through. Here we are, I've taken that off, popped the hot water in, and it's flowing. There you go. It's not leaking there, which is good. Now let's go to the back. We're going to start seeing things. It smells the fumes quite badly, obviously. It could be escaping from the front, or it does smell bad around here anyway. Here we go. There you are. Full of, should we say, nonsense. It's very mucky. It is not clean stuff. Please make sure you have the engine running, because it will flow back into your engine and it's not good. So pouring more TFR in there. I am gonna make the hose a bit more stronger, make sure the flow of water is stronger in a bit, but for now we're just putting more TFR in there. Okay, so there's a nice flow. I'm gonna increase the flow. I've poured a good nearly 1/3 in there so far. Water flow is good, and I've obviously just throttled it a little bit, but as you can see there's more to come. You'll need to do this for quite a bit, I guess, until you are fully cleaned, and then reset the sensors afterwards. That's the best option. As you can see, so as we can see, I've turned the volume of water up and it's starting to give good signs. It's no more mucky. That means it's good, but it's a bit yellowy still. We'll leave it running for another 5 minutes to 10 minutes and that shall do, but make sure it's hot water, because that will also do a lot of impact. It's a bit yellowy still there, you know. full throttled it. And here it is, it's come back. You can even hear the okay. So I have turned up the volume of water to its max capacity, and you can see get a blast. Final TFR I'm just running through as the last time, but as you can see, it is clear now. No more gunk in there. Right. So TFR's coming through and it's actually clear, which is good news. I run one last water through and that's it really, done. There you go. Clean as out. That's how you do it, lads. So it will bring up these because I've taken the sensor out, okay? I will erase it. And then, oh, the key. So that's done. And then go into special functions. I've torn my hand apart, it's such a nightmare. And then yes, DPF reset. Yes. It'll tell us to turn the ignition off like it always does. Okay, wait a few seconds and then I'll reset the other sensors as well, but that's about it, all done. That's how I recommend it, guys. You can do a DPF regen as well, but that puts a lot of pressure on the engine and you'll have to do an oil and oil filter change, just because it puts a lot of restraint on the engine. So that's done. Turn the ignition on. Okay. And that's the bonnet, by the way, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's all done, guys. There you go. It will smoke a bit like that. That's not smoke, that's just steam off. But that's all done. Everything popped in place.